Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
And I'm Carter Glasscock.
And today we are joined by two very special guests. Taking up on Mic 3, our friend. He's back again. The people demanded it. Our buddy.
Seth Pomeroy.
That's
you know my name. You know my number. That's a Beatles song.
Yeah, look up the number.
Look up the number.
Yeah.
Don't look up my number.
The Beatles always talk about, not even just them, everybody in the 60s was talking about writing numbers on the wall.
It's a big deal.
It's like, leave my fucking walls alone. I got paper, Beatles.
That's right. This is actually true really quick. It's my father, the guy who played bass for Elton John, he knew my dad, and my dad wrote his number on my bedroom wall, apparently, and then they wallpapered over the shit. He never got the number. But he knows that guy, or that guy's dead now, so who cares? But either way.
Hell yeah.
Affected my life.
And joining us today, back again, it's our good friend,
Carly Garber.
Carly Garber.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Yeah, we're so happy to see you. So happy to be in studio and all that.
Thank God. Thank God.
And sweet.
In suite. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, people be writing numbers on the wall. It's always there's like
I was gonna say,
Who could do it now?
speaking of people writing shit on the wall,
oh yes.
we used to throw these crazy parties at our house in college, right?
Yeah, sure.
Me
Sounds fake, all right.
Here's the thing.
I would require you to have been cool.
So we were throwing
the
these
voice.
awesome parties, and I was really rich, and everyone wanted to fuck me and stuff.
College, dude.
But so my roommates would more throw these parties than me. I was kind of along for the ride.
Sure.
They apparently one time there's this dubstep producer who goes by Pretty Lights.
Oh yeah.
And he came to one of these parties, and I guess in the back he like wrote "Pretty Lights" on my roommate's room, and he's like, "You're not going to want to get rid of that."
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What an asshole.
I know.
I bet he got so much pussy.
Oh yeah, he did. He got it from me. He did sure did. Yeah. Whatever you say, Mr. Pretty Lights.
I'm gonna write this on your wall, babe.
What an asshole.
Keep it up there. I'm gonna be someone.
Let's dox this fucker. What's his address? Find him.
I'll tell you, and just like an angel, he wrote that, and then he left he went outside and vomited Molly all over the front lawn.
And that's the last time anyone ever heard of him. Or
No, I think he went on to a big prestigious career.
that whole era of like dubstep, hot. Like it was so hot when I was in college.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
super sexy.
We went. It was sexy.
I think it's sexy.
You just turn around, Seth has two turntables.
Oh, yeah,
Passion Pit.
There's nothing sexier than this noise. Wah 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 wah. Yeah, then watching some kid overdose in the corner.
I think I really embarrassed myself once. I was like, yeah, I went to the Dead Mount 5 concert, and everyone was like,
What do you know how to read numbers?
no, I went to Dead Mount 5. I'm a huge fan.
Did y'all have local dubstep shows like where you lived?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, we did.
It had to be in Nashville, but I don't know what the fuck it
I see. I feel like Nashville and Chicago are probably too big to have noticed such a thing, but I feel like Tuscaloosa, maybe Birmingham and Auburn, definitely were big enough or small enough rather to notice that because we had one called TKO, and they were like the local. So it was like they had a standing date like every Thursday night or whatever. It was TKO,
dude, just like Pink Floyd and the Saturn Club in 1966.
Yeah,
that's right.
Man, if you were there, it was a fucking life.
But
that guy just turned his computer on, and then we all turned on. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who TKO was, but I was like approached by somebody at a party who was handing out flyers, and he was like, "Hey man, TKO this week," and I just went, "Fuck no!" and he was, and then somebody was like, "Yo man, that's TKO."
That's TKO.
I was like, "Oh,
He wrote his name on my
any
bedroom wall.
douchebag on campus. It's TKO.
I don't,
It looks like the guy in my fucking stat class.
TKO. Where you at, dog? Shout out to TKO wherever you are, man. We're big fans.
Yeah, tweet at us. Tweet at us, TK. Tweet KO.
Sweet KO."
I was telling Carter recently that like there was a rap duo. It was two white guys I went to college with, and they produced like this. It became like the school fight song, and it was a rap song. I went to Indiana. It was like, "This Is IU," and it like blew up at school. Like it was like the biggest deal.
Can you rap it? Is the question.
Oh yeah,
She knows every
it's so
word.
embarrassing. At my friend's wedding, it was all IU people, and that came on, and it was like maybe the most embarrassing vibe. We were all drunk and like 30 and like
Yeah.
rapping it on the dance floor, and it was just like it was very fun. But like we thought those guys were going to go on to we were like, oh, Jay,
We know that.
right. I think they are in the music industry, but I was like, oh, they're going to be.
They moved out here, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they live out here. Another embarrassing thing is that I went to a bar crawl, and this was I'm already living in LA. I'm 27 years old, and they were at the bar crawl. All these 30-year-olds are just
wait, you went to a bar crawl here?
Yeah, I went to a bar crawl. It was a big time bar crawl.
Where?
In the beautiful town of Hermosa Beach.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
Yes, you get bar crawl in Los Angeles.
You get stabbed several times during a bar crawl in downtown Los Angeles.
I walked from the Virgil over to Santa Monica.
Yeah,
it's a bar crawl.
For people that don't know, and I explain this to people, nobody walks in this city, everybody drives, and so even in a safe neighborhood, it feels fucking terrifying because you're the only person on the street if you choose to walk. And so, and I just imagine,
even things that are close are far somehow.
Yeah, that's
true.
I'm guilty of it, but I'm imagining a bar crawl and just been I would have fun until it was time to go to the next bar, and then just
okay, who's driving, and you're all fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
12 dead in LA bar crawl.
Yeah, the crawl part is very important.
I went to go see this show when I was living here. There was a show at the Ukrainian Cultural Center. This band called Fucked Up,
home of GCW.
I sent the digital ticket to my dad. He's like, "You see that? I'm going to a show called Fucked Up."
Something your generation wouldn't know about.
You wouldn't know nothing about it, old man. And he's like, "It's 3 a.m. here."
I've used both words, fucked and up. So please.
But I called Carly and I was like, I don't know what to do. It's the venue's half a mile from here, but the Ubers are $14. You should walk. It's oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh wait, was that when you were living here?
Yeah, I was living here. Yeah,
yeah. That Ukrainian Culture Center is a 5
he walked there,
5 minute walk.
He walked there and then was like, "Should I Uber to another bar until the show starts?"
Because I got there 2 hours early.
That's true.
That's awesome.
Also, he grossly mistimed it because he doesn't know how long walking places. He was like, "It'll probably take me an hour to walk there." I was like, "No, it's 0.8 miles away. You're fine."
You also have apps that tell you all this information.
Oh yeah, and I was like, okay, maybe if I hoof it back, there's a wine bar that's a mile away. I could sit there and guzzle a glass of wine in 5 minutes and then walk back, and still the opening band hadn't started.
People in New York are like, it's 3,700 blocks away. We're just gonna walk it.
Yeah, we're gonna hoof it.
Yeah. New York has the exact opposite problem where it's you're out of your fucking mind.
If you drive,
I didn't show. Well, no. If you their idea of what a far distance is really distorted. I was doing a show in Flatbush in Brooklyn, and then my friend Meg and some other people were hanging out, and they're like, yeah, it's a quick walk, and it was 45-minute walk over there.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
My friend Zach did that to me when I visited there. He was like, yeah, we're going to walk to Manhattan, whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. And
we live in Staten Island.
And then we did, and of course I was like, yeah, my feet, and it's cold. And he kept looking back and was like, well, you can't take it? You can't take it? Well, you can't take it? This is fucking New York, okay? And he's from Birmingham.
Yeah. That accent.
Well, it's Carter's in the same shit with me about LA the entire time.
So dude, man, it's good vibes, bro.
I'm high,
dude.
My face. Yeah. I'm dude, I haven't even changed my address yet.
Dude, I'm in a cult, dude.
420, dude, tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Blazing up, smoking up, inhale, exhale.
What, you do all that? I only do one of those.
I do. I blaze it up.
Happy 420 to those who celebrate listening out there.
Right.
Yeah, you fucking drug addicts. You fucking...
Honestly, the legalization of weed is ruined for It used to be this special secret.
Yeah, I'm gonna get high for the first time this year or something. Yeah.
It's for Earth Day. Don't worry.
Now it's just Hitler's birthday again.
Shit.
Yep. And Carter's birthday coming up here too.
Oh, big 420 to Carter.
That's right. I'm turning 42.
Happy 420.
For the listeners who don't know, he's actually turning 47.
Yeah.
He's turning 420 years old.
I kept it tight. He kept it tight. Yeah, it's my birthday. I figure that's what this podcast was going to be about.
Let's all settle it. The story of Carter Glasgow.
Yeah, I was waiting for the moment to pass and be like, yeah, my birthday,
Go ahead and unroll it. How did it all start, Carter?
It started with a dream. A dream held by my father.
Or your daddy's.
To have a beautiful boy.
All right, tell us the story, Carter.
Yeah.
It was the year 1987.
We don't know why Buffalo Springfield was playing.
America was swept up in hair metal fever. And a young Paul Glasscock was making his bid on the real estate market.
Making his bid.
He'd been married to Kathy Glasscock for 8 years. But he knew it was time to move on, and that's when he birthed a child.
And he's right here today, folks.
Isn't it sweet?
Holy
Beautiful.
Buffalo Springfield.
That was
Good work.
Excellent music placement.
Well, so we made a little passing reference to the law. I wanted to share this from someone sent me this. This is a local Facebook psycho from Irving, Texas.
Ooh, that's kind. What else are you going to do out there?
We love you.
Get on the book.
We don't love this.
Stan Irving.
Yeah. So this guy, his name is Curtis, and so this was posted 3 days ago.
Oh, no.
I want to say thank you to the person that flashed their lights at me today to let me know that there was a trooper ahead. I was only doing 5 miles an hour over, but I slowed down anyway. I really appreciate it. I also hope you read this all the way through and maybe share it.
Ooh.
Do you know who else appreciates it? That drug runner with a mint of heroin or cocaine in their vehicle. You know, the drugs that will hit the streets and cause more families to grieve over ODs.
Jesus.
Also, the kidnapper that has a baby in the backseat.
Happy 420.
The one too small to have a clue what's going on. They're just out for another ride in the car. Too bad the family will never see that baby again.
Whoa.
So serious.
He's really driven this fictional narrative home.
This guy short-circuited when someone flashed their lights at him because it slowed down a little bit.
How about the sex predator with the woman beside him tied up?
He's covering all the bases.
He's
I like that he's going
Why are they
kidnapper,
so-
drug dealer.
They're so obsessed with human trafficking.
You just took away her last ounce of hope.
Ooh.
Maybe a sex trafficker that has 3 women doped out of their minds, headed to the next hellhole.
3. He just has 3. He's risking it all for 3 women. He's like, fuck it. I just hope I don't get busted.
Well, it also makes the last one completely superfluous. Where it's like, just say there's 4 women, and then you don't have to include
Why
the previous
is it 3?
one.
Why did he go? Well, he probably has 3.
And let's not. He says, and let's not forget the murderer that has a body in their trunk. A family grieving will never know what happened to that loved one. So thank you so much for letting me know that the trooper was up there.
Wow. I like that he's like, flash your lights at the people who will probably follow you and murder you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't flash your lights at me, folks.
Yeah, the
I'm just
tone
gonna
is
keep
like,
driving.
there are real criminals out there, folks. I just like to drive a little fast, okay? Yeah.
I like that
the
he was...
logic is flawed.
Yeah.
The logic is very
extremely
flawed.
Oh, yeah. He says, next time, remember that you have no clue who was in the vehicle that you're warning about the trooper, and they now know to find an alternative route. When you see an officer on the side of the road,
Come on, prostitutes, we're going down the dirt road. Someone flash your lights.
eastbound and down, loading
I'm
up.
gonna
Criminals love to take a back road.
I'm gonna traffic your sex properly. We're taking a different road.
How's Jeffrey Epstein going to get out of this one?
I love it.
Why, I don't understand the obsession with the sex trafficking. It's like they think every car is hiding like some like sign. You
don't know.
Well, that's what he's saying. Carly,
You don't know.
that's what
I
he's
truly-
saying. He says when you see an officer on the side of the road
you
in
know?
some random place on a stretch of highway that is rarely used, you automatically think he's looking for speeders. But I assure you that most of the time, they've had a tip that one of the above things may be making their way through our area.
They got a tip.
No. Fuck it. What is he? He's like, most of the
Also,
time.
like, where are you getting that? That cop
Yeah.
is fucking sleeping.
Absolutely.
Asleep.
That is amazing.
Think twice before warning others about officers, even in apps. So don't even fucking waze about those cops. I'll gladly take a ticket if it keeps you from warning the wrong person. I hope your actions today didn't cost someone their lives.
Wow, he was that fucking rattled.
So wait. Just to recap, he was going a little fast.
Yes, and
someone flashed their lights to warn him
miles.
To
that there was
say-
so someone was trying to be
Police.
nice to
Good
him.
looking out.
Yes.
Someone was genuinely trying to help out this
being
person
a decent
from getting a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he said that that person was actively preventing the cop, whose job it is to find all that bad stuff.
Yes.
From finding it. Okay.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah. So
A lot of theoreticals going on.
In his mind, he believes anytime you see a police officer in the middle of, like,
You know
on the
what?
side of the road in the country, that the reason he's there is because there is let Liam
Yeah.
Neeson's Taken is happening in your
You know
town.
what? After recapping that, I agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I'm on his
Makes
side.
all the sense.
I have a crazy. I feel like every time before I come on this podcast, for some reason, I get like I like see an insane Facebook post from someone in my who.
Oh yeah.
Someone acts out on the book.
Speaking of the law, and I just found this yesterday. Someone I grew up with. I mean, it's not funny, but like the post is funny. But, like, he's out of his mind. Like not just like a hee hee ha. Like he's
like a hee ha hoo.
like, and sometimes I'll check in and just like see what's going on.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I got one of those.
Yesterday he posted something. It's a lot of alarming stuff.
Oh good.
Yesterday,
Oh, yeah, get ready.
I just was like, oh, what's going on?
Flash your lights at this motherfucker.
It's a post with like 4 photos, and the photos are of Colson's a whiskey. It's a whiskey.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
A picture of
Fucked
him from years ago.
420.
A picture of Alfred Kinsey,
The sex therapist man?
Yeah, but a book about him. And then a bunch of
Let me
like,
think about that.
then like some nudie magazines.
All right.
And then the post says, updated, for the first time in my life, I filed a police report against myself. For
Oh no. Oh no.
accidentally
You fucking snitch.
accidentally texting the wrong number. Thought it was my former girlfriend. Apparently was a 10-year-old child. Sent these photos, and it was of the
Whoa. Those were the images that took him down.
I don't believe any. I don't believe anything that happened. It was just like such an insane. I
don't believe the accident part.
That guy rules, whoever the fuck he is. I'm down as hell. I'll send him whatever
Honestly,
photos he like.
if my 10-year-old got those photos, I wouldn't be that. It's just like
So he sent those photos to a 10-year-old
in the
of
post
like,
he
I'm
was
drinking
saying-
this.
I
I'm
don't
looking at
know.
this.
Here's a leather-bound copy of the Kama
and then-
Sutra, and here's
his ex-girlfriend.
And then
schnapps.
he-
I'm on my way.
Schnapps.
He commented on his own post and he tagged the local police department.
That was the filing.
Yeah.
That was the police report filing he did.
Oh yeah.
I'm
That's
doing it right now.
That's official. You tag the sheriff's office.
My other thought is that he's already in trouble and he's now backtracking a story where like I told on myself I've accidentally texted a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Totally.
I feel like it's like some sort of like Kevin Spacey in Seven sort of thing, where he's like, I've done it again.
Or you could just stop at Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, it's like a Kevin Spacey thing.
Yeah.
Insert sound
What
effect
is-
there.
Are there 10-year-olds out here texting?
Unfortunately,
yeah, they got phones.
Yeah. Do you know how to shut a kid up?
Yeah.
You fucking give him a phone. That's how you do
I
it.
imagine you run
iPad.
into that a lot in the tourism business.
Oh
iPad
god,
babies.
yeah. They yell for it like it's it's their binky at this point. You know, the damn kids. That's what I'm saying.
That's what
They're
I'm
getting
saying.
too.
Fuck them.
I'm-
Don't.
Yeah.
But don't.
When I
Don't. I was being funny.
when I was 10,
didn't mean it
when I
like
was
that.
10, I was still in diapers.
When I was 10, I had already been driving and I had caught my first charge.
I refuse to tell you what I was doing at 10 years old. I was developing. I was figuring it
I
out.
was a tattoo artist.
I was
Yeah.
mid-puberty.
I was in the process. Okay.
10's an early puberty age.
It was
yeah.
1997. We moved forward 10 years. Young Carter had gotten fat with a box of Cheez-Its a day and a heart full of love.
He was off to the races.
Would he stay on the sidelines forever? Who knows? All he wanted to do was play football and win the big game.
He wanted to drink Coke and run around in circles.
Do you remember
But sometimes the craziest summer of your life has a way of sticking with you. This Friday.
every 90s sitcom had like a theme song like this? You know, like the
This
Andy
song
Richter's
always-
controls the
yeah.
universe, and it's like, he's zany.
This song always reminds me of Kingpin.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Classic film.
I mean,
God
this
damn.
is a classic album. I don't know about I've revisited this album a lot, not the movie.
Let's Face It by Mighty Mighty Bastone.
Oh, you know the name? I just let it play.
Oh, I had it on
I
CD.
like all 12 songs. I let it just play. Morons. Fools.
I do have a follow-up that has been 2 years in the making.
Holy shit.
Literally, like almost to the day. I've had a Google alert set up for more information on this. Carter, this was something that we covered on Corona Diaries number 15 on April 8th, 2022. And it
15
was
seems like before it became all a blur.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah. This is the one where the guy in San Pedro tried to crash the train into the boat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember this.
So, Seth, Seth Carly. So basically, there was a man named Eduardo Moreno who was driving a train, and he was also spending all of his time while driving the train getting into QAnon. And
that's what I would honestly do if I drove a train.
Got a lot of time. A lot of time to think.
And in response to the COVID pandemic, the Navy parked a big ship at San Pedro Harbor called the USS Mercy, and that was to take care of any non-COVID stuff that was happening, because the idea was COVID's going to be so bad, all the hospitals in LA are going to be all COVID, so if you break your leg, they'd take you to this ship and the Navy would patch you up. So that was the idea, but this guy was like...
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool as hell.
So this guy was like, nah, man, it's for something else.
Of course it is.
And so he believed that it was...
I remember that.
Yeah.
It's starting to come back to me, yes.
He believed that they were taking people who didn't believe in COVID to the ship to kill them. Was what it was.
Frankly, I was.
Yeah.
That's where I brought those guys.
So, and I mean,
Good guys.
shout out to this guy for going crazy immediately. This happened March 31st, 2020.
Wow.
Like, dude, less than 15 days. Just
Good.
Like assuming, let's call St.
There's no way. Yeah, there's
That's
no way he
such a
wasn't on
quick
the
amount
break
of time
before
to
that.
make that assumption.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been a week.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
like, I mean, we all went, you know.
Those are internment camps.
They
There's
rounded them
not
up.
even time to set up that, sir.
Yeah, that's right. They couldn't have
Full month,
transported those people.
At least a month. At least a month to set up one of those. What are you talking about?
So so that happens, and the funny part was like in the video that was running in the because they film everything in the cab of those trains. He jumped out of the train. He just let it go to the end of the track because he was trying to crash the train into a boat. Into the Mercy.
Hell yeah,
But the
dude.
problem is the boat was like a full 200 yards away from where the train ended, and trains, they go fast and do a lot of damage, but they can't go through several chain link
can't fly.
fences. They can't fly. He thought the
We all
train
know
would
this.
fly
Yeah.
into the boat.
Yeah.
And so the train just kind of skidded to a halt, and
Holy
he
shit.
jumped out of it, but on his way out, he like flicked off the fucking camera, man. Like,
That's right. You ain't getting me, Bill
Whoa.
Gates. You ain't
Yeah.
getting me.
Yep. And
So what's the follow-up? You said you have a follow-up?
right. So the follow-up is after that happened, we never heard anything. And I was like, every once in a while, every like
Look,
2-3 months
yeah.
ago, I'm like, what's the deal? Because
Yeah.
you hear that and you're like, I want to know everything. What
Yeah.
the fuck? No information, which then is one of those things. Like, if I was more prone to stupid shit, I'd be like, they fucking did take him to Guantanamo because he did know too much, because they didn't
right.
say shit about this.
He vanished very quick.
Yeah. So today, my Google alert dinged on Eduardo Moreno, and they have a follow-up on Vice.
Your Google
yeah,
alerts
the
must
cri-
be frightening.
Yeah, the crime hub. Today, a man in Pensacola ate his own penis.
I gotta say, this Carter will attest to this. This combines my two of my favorite interests, which is true crime and transportation.
Loves trains.
I really love trains.
QAnon.
I love trains.
Yeah, and
I love
QAnon.
boats. And I love crime. It is really combined all of them.
She loves to watch the trains come in.
So, Eduardo Moreno, a former train engineer for the Port of Los Angeles, has been sentenced to 3 years in prison for derailing a train in 2020. He didn't flee the scene, admitting to the crime.
I did it. I did it.
He was a
They saw me.
hero.
He didn't
It'd
flee.
be
The,
hard to get away when they see him fly out of the conductor window.
yeah. And he.
Oh man, did y'all see that? I didn't do that shit.
Anyone see that train?
Anyways,
So he pled insanity before finally taking a plea deal that'll send him to jail for 3 years. He's got to pay $755,880 fine. And according to Moreno and his lawyers, he was all spun up by QAnon,
All spun up.
all gassed up.
by QAnon and too much caffeine. That's right.
Oh.
Energy drinks done did it.
Oh God. Yeah, exactly.
Cold brew got him
Cold
like.
brew
I will say,
got
since I had
it.
that
Like
cold-
Chris would do that.
Since I had that
Chris
cold
would?
brew an hour ago, I'm feeling a little right-winged.
Oh yeah, as I said on the last podcast, I had a caffeine-induced panic attack the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And, you told the world?
I told the world about that, and I plan on a ringer. Let's go for 3. You know what I mean? My feet are like sweating.
Yeah.
So, in 2 post-arrest interviews, Moreno waived his Miranda rights and admitted that he intentionally ran the train off the track and stated that he wanted to bring attention to the government's activities regarding COVID-19 and was suspicious of the USNS Mercy. The officer... So basically, like, there's a cop just driving by, and he just looks over and just sees a train just derailing. And this guy gets out, and this is his quote. This is what he said to the police officer. So he walks up to him after he jumped out of the train, and he goes, "You only get this chance once. The whole world is watching. I had to. People don't know what's going on here, but now they will. At night, they turn off the lights, and they don't let anyone in, and I'm going to expose this to the world."
Yeah, it's closed.
When was the last time? He says,
This is a real knees weak mom spaghetti kind of situation.
They have to know. At 10 p.m., the lights go off and everyone leaves.
So the last thing he says to the cop is so baffling. He says, and keep in mind the day, this is March, there's a pandemic, but also it's March. When was the last time you went to Dodger Stadium? We might not be able to go again. It's like, motherfucker, it's the off season. They haven't started yet, and it's a pandemic. What are you talking
never
about?
Be able to go again.
You foolish train man.
Honestly, does 3 years feel like enough? Can I be like 3? Like if it really had hit, it would have been catastrophic. Because also those boats have tons of it's like hitting a plane.
Yeah.
So it's not like multiple counts of attempted murder. It's just like, train hijinks. Train hijinks get you 3 years.
Yeah, that's about 3 years.
No, it's
train
They get Paul Justice came out there. It's like, that's gonna get you 3 years if you can't mess with the trains.
As I said the first time we talked,
don't mess with the train.
as I said the last time we talked about this, it is literally tales of fraud and malfeasance in railroad hiring practices from my favorite SNL sketch.
I'm so fascinated. Again, I'm extremely fascinated by freight trains, by like all like I don't know why it's like so fascinating to me because it's like.
It's like where are they going?
Did you?
Like what's going on in there? What is in those?
Is Harry Styles in there?
What is up?
Did you ever flatten pennies on the track and all that shit?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh, hell,
I've never done it on the track.
Yeah.
What?
I go to the machine and have a professional
You
do it.
fucking
Howard dinosaur country in
Yeah,
Louisville, Kentucky or something.
Yeah, you know it's real too. You put the quarter in, and then it comes out a smushed penny that says, "Thanks for coming to the Gallery of Fun Cart Country." Yeah,
Sea Rock City.
In later interviews, he told investigators about his motives at length. Quote, he stated the USNS Mercy was part of a government conspiracy to bring healthy, open-minded people onto the ship to get rid of them. So he's talking about himself.
Healthy and open-minded.
That's, yes.
wide open.
Come right in.
The defendant described reading materials related to conspiracy groups such as the X-22 report, the Great Awakening, and QAnon. So,
does he still believe the shit? Man?
Oh, that's what I'm getting to because that is the best
That's
fucking
what I wanna
part.
know.
Yes, this is how you remove brainworms.
Yeah.
While in custody, Moreno underwent psychological treatment, which included the painting of a large mural that took 9 months to complete.
Nice.
Whoa.
So they
His own Sistine Chapel painting.
Yeah,
Honestly, sounds great.
That's I know. I love to
Self-care, like I'm gonna do this mural for like 9 months.
Paint it out.
It's my little COVID project.
it was literally his COVID. It was his court mandated. So to just like calm down his crazy Q brain, they were like, "All right, you see this fucking wall? You got 9 months to just do anything
I'm
that's
absolutely
not."
gonna plead insanity.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you?
Whoa. Is there a
can
photo
finger
of this
fucking
mural?
No.
I'm gonna have to go there myself.
I know. I assume it's just a big piece of paper inside of the mental health facility.
There's like a Ninja Turtle. There's like a Butterfinger.
Yeah.
He's got a train going through it
And
all.
there's Donald Trump like slam dunking a basketball, and it like smushes Bill Gates' head. And
I'm
like,
imagining like one of those like it's like Betty White, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle, they're all playing dice.
Gilbert Gottfried.
So,
ran the train into the boat.
Too soon.
Too soon. I know. R.I.P. R.I.P.
I couldn't even laugh at it.
Yeah.
It hurt.
Both the psychological report as well as the probation office have found that Mr. Moreno has recovered from his psychotic episode, is on medication, and is no longer drinking the copious amounts of caffeine that may have contributed to his psychosis.
Yes.
Most critically,
I tell you, some people just can't have it after 5. I'm one of those people.
Carter's currently having a panic attack. He's looking at me beating his chest.
Hey,
He's throwing his fist into his chest.
Don't crash my train before I've had my coffee. All right?
Hey, you give me a cup of Joe after 6 or something, I'm running a hovercraft straight into the White House. Okay?
That's right.
I don't need it.
Last sentence here. Most critically, Mr. Moreno has disavowed QAnon, which Dr. Newman says is likely a positive sign of decreased risk given its centrality to his actions and current offense. So, I look, if the guy's just willing to not be insane anymore and takes his pills, honestly, we could skip the 3 years. He didn't do. I mean,
I forgive him.
When you talk to someone who's DQ'd,
yeah,
when
Dairy Queen,
when they get Dairy Queened, and like there's still like fragments of insane thought processes, but I think it just gets attributed to something else.
Yeah.
I think QAnon shit is. I mean, I'm sure there's still people who like double down on it and
yes,
for sure.
But I think like now it's like people's like new spirituality. They'll like double down on like something like, well, I don't know, it's just a very spiritual upheaval this month or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they all equated to like my relative, not related to me, but like me, my relative who's not related. He's not blood. He's not blood.
I don't know this person.
What I'm trying to say.
You're not blood. You know that, right?
It's all like, I mean, he still posts all that crazy Facebook stuff, and it's just like so deep. But it's all related to Jesus somehow. It's like, It's like how do you equate QAnon to Jesus? And it's just like I don't understand.
You're fighting satanic pedophiles.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I think it's because it's like it's the most excited they've ever been.
It's the first time.
It's like I blew the fucking lid off this entire society. During the pandemic, and I ain't going back.
Yeah,
my eyes ain't going. Especially, I ain't going back to sleep because I drank a little coffee at 7 p.m.
Right. Well, also,
it wasn't alcohol.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, I mean, was it confirmed just caffeine or that and like a little meth?
I mean, that's what his lawyer was saying. So yeah.
Spain pitcher.
It's a great lawyer. The man got a great lawyer.
Very,
he did.
He's the best. Well,
he's the best.
He's the best lawyer. You got to get him.
Well, speaking of that,
I figured this was going to happen. Carter's really going to have a panic attack.
Oh boy, yeah, this is going to be.
Oh yeah, here we go.
We all got to snort this energy drink.
Oh my god, I love sample.
Oh, welcome to Satan's sample sale. This is ungodly concoctions.
Good Lord.
I found this one at the bougie Beverly Hills gas station, along with the horrible one we tried last week. All right, so this one's very, very strange. First of all, it's called Taika. Taika. But what's really confusing...
Take another drink, mate. New Zealand is...
It has a phone number on the front.
Wow. What is that? Can we call
415-212-7711. Feel inspired, not wired. Oh. It says, Taika is perfectly calibrated blend of craft coffee and adaptogens.
Adaptogens,
which we've dealt with before. So Seth, Carly, we had a drink on here. Actually, Carter wasn't on this one either. We had a drink that was that it was called Confidence, and it purported to give you confidence, and it had adaptogens in it, I gotta be real. If y'all don't want to drink this is totally fine. But the adaptogens did make Joe K throw up on the way home. So
but knowing Joe K, knowing Joe K, there was some other substance. No, I don't know.
But the tagline, first of all, the flavor of this one is macadamia latte. It is a coffee situation, but the tagline is coffee that accentuates reality.
Oh my god! So
what the fuck are we doing?
I don't know.
This is gonna make us like puke like mushrooms, I guess.
So let me read. It has theanine for focus. Ooh, we all love theanine. By the way, shout out to Dr. Andy Vandy, our chemist who listens to this. What are we drinking? Tweet at us.
Thank God you got a chemist involved.
Dr. Vinny Boom Butts. Thank you, Dr. Vinny Boom Butts.
You call him at this number.
Yeah, it's got a lot of adaptogen robots in it, and it's got a cyanide for focus.
It has ashwagandha for calm. Oh.
Ashwagandha?
Ashwagandha.
It's great. African artist.
It has
Bela Cutie in the same world.
It has reishi for immunity. It has cordyceps for energy, and it has
Cordyceps. You ever go to the gym and work on your cordyceps?
all the time.
Where someone just throws weights at your balls.
I never skip cordyceps day. And finally, lion's mane for clarity.
Ooh.
So now this is a witch's brew. I have Newton. Lion's mane. It says that it is a perfectly calibrated blend of craft coffee and adaptogens. Keep you awake, inspired, and
Did
aware.
someone just like bottle their cum and write off? Why is there a number on there?
I don't know.
A little concerning.
You should have seen how people reacted to it before it was perfectly
So
calibrated.
okay, so it says you are supposed to text a lightning bolt emoji to 415-212. Yeah, I know. I'm not doing this
Absolutely
shit.
not.
They already get enough fucking weed store text.
I know.
Like,
Jesus Christ. I've lived here
Yeah.
fucking 2 weeks and I've got so many
I
weed
know.
store texts. It's
Also-
like La Brea right now. There's more weed. It's different weed.
we didn't run out. Yeah, I know you didn't.
It's different.
There's a weed
No, thank
volcano.
you. No,
Oh,
thank
it's
you.
unstoppable.
We noticed that your birthday's in 4 days. You should probably stockpile and get a garbage can full of weed.
There's red hot resin running down Coenga. Come
Insanity.
scoop it up.
I'm on TikTok a lot, and I will say adaptogen sounds like something that would be like girls would be like, I'm healing my gut, and to do that, you need to take your adaptogen.
Y'all,
Guys,
let's.
Oh, God. And then we have to drink the fucking thing.
You
I
don't have
forgot.
to.
No, no,
You
no,
don't
no.
have to.
I'll do the dope. I'll do it.
Okay.
That's
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people come when they listen to this. That part.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not that part. It's
So my
Is this-
asshole
is
just
this
opened
Yeah.
up and made the same
ASMR
sound.
podcast?
yeah, no, it's not that part. It's this part.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's chunky, man. That's not right. Oh my
It is
God,
quite
that's like a
big.
That is
dirty
a
old
can of
river.
diarrhea,
It's a dirty
yeah.
old river.
You can call the guy whose diarrhea this is and tell him how much you love it.
That is quite.
It's
thick.
the adaptogen. Clunky.
If you could text a fire emoji to the guy whose diarrhea this is, he would really appreciate it.
Instead of a lightning bolt, let him. know the spot.
Oh, gentlemen, it smells like yoo-hoo. I might be
It
into
does.
this.
It
I
does
might be
smell
into
like
I'm
this.
immediately addicted.
Yeah?
It's actually not bad.
The
It's pretty
macadamia.
good.
Yeah, it's
Ooh, yeah, it's got the macadamia milk
Okay,
or something.
I taste the cordyceps.
Cordyceps they're boxing your uvula. Bring it on.
Crazy that this just made me sterile.
It's like my tongue is splitting in two, kind of like a serpent's. Is that normal?
I like that.
Rivers just drank the whole fucking thing.
It's not-
You gotta down it.
casually.
I mean,
down
it's
it.
just very coffee-ish, but here's the thing. When the last time I had adaptogens, it felt like I had a glowing jewel inside my brain.
Really?
Like it was
I don't
not.
think I need that.
But not. I don't mean that in a. I don't mean that in a good way.
Put this cup down.
Yeah, I don't mean that in a good way. It just felt like my brain was hot.
Yeah.
My brain was running
Oh
laps.
no, I use my
I feel
brain.
like I am
a
the
lot.
truth and the light of God. All will see my truth.
I mean, it was a really good podcast. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure. We gave him the best one. I was hopped up on adaptogens.
Yeah, that was Bargain Bin 6.
I
Check it
haven't
out.
eaten dinner and I'm drinking adaptogens.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Christ
buddy.
sake.
You ever
All right.
shit your pants on an empty stomach?
I'm gonna do it in your car, baby. I'm gonna do it in your car.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, I agree. It tastes like yoo-hoo.
it's
You getting a lot of macadamia in there?
no. I've
Is that a question?
No,
That's a question I posed to the.
I think it needs to be refrigerated.
It was.
test group?
That's the weird thing. It's been in my fridge 4
It
weeks.
tastes warm.
It does.
That's those adaptogens. It adapts to any temperature.
It adapts to temperature, anger.
Confidence.
Yeah,
It responds to confidence.
it does respond to confidence and it vultures it.
I gotta be honest. Like I had a few sips, and I do feel like running a train into a ship.
It's adapted, bro.
You got that look in your eye. Yeah, it's.
I really hope it doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go on record and say, I hope I don't lose
I
my
like
mind.
to do drugs and go, well, I hope this all works out great for me. As opposed to the other way.
Well, Rivers tells me that when he's editing these, he can hear a clear shift after we're drinking this.
Yeah.
Great.
So we all just start saying nonsense shit and talking really fast.
Yeah. Oh, you can hear it. People listening to this have tweeted me before. You can hear when the gear gets accelerated.
You
when
can hear my chest pains.
yeah, when the shit kicks in. A couple weeks ago, I put out a thing on Twitter asking for top threes. So people send in to us, ask us what is our top three of any subject.
I like
So
that.
I was going to run down some with y'all. These have been specifically picked for with this group in mind. First up, this is at Kung Fu Cornelius, listening down in Louisiana. Shout outs to our friend Kung Fu Cornelius.
Absolutely.
Top three movie quotes.
This is all very Carter.
That's what I'm saying. Well, we got a damn filmmaker here. We got
That's
someone
true,
who works
true.
in the entertainment industry.
We got a writer. We got a
writer. We got a director. We got two guys that like movies.
Yeah, boy, I like
Guys who
movies.
like
Boy, we love me and Connor. We love the
Boy, I
movies.
sure
do we
do
watch
love
'em?
movies.
Top three movie quotes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, who wants to start this?
So,
This
is
just
tough.
to give y'all time to think, I obviously saw this question ahead of
Yeah.
time, and so I was
Yeah,
gonna.
what are yours?
So I was going to run down my top three, and I might be taking one from Carter here. I'm going to run them down from number 3. Number 3, go home and get your fucking shine box.
Yes, sir.
That-
What's that from?
That's from
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. Yeah.
Goodfellas,
Billy Bats.
Oh,
Billy
yeah.
Bats.
Oh, yeah.
That has been
You're a little
included.
bit out of line. You're a little bit out of
like
line.
You're a little out of order yourself. You're a little out of order yourself.
You did say something.
That-
like, that's my favorite.
One minute we're all kissing and hugging, next thing he's acting like a fucking jerk.
There you go.
I love.
What's right is
Even
right.
a no-name actor, Carter's like knocking out of the park.
That's my favorite thing is that he says fuck so many times and then he goes, he was acting like a jerk. Like,
Dennis
awesome.
Farina knockoff.
I was gonna say, well, I'll wait till my
Yeah,
turn.
yeah.
Well, it's in the same scene, so I feel like I should.
Oh,
at least
yeah,
give
go
it-
for it, yeah.
I say that me and John Burr say this a lot. The whole like drinks are on the house when he makes that movement where he's like, no, drinks are on the house.
Number 2, Richard Dreyfuss in Jaws. I think I am familiar with the fact that you are going to ignore this particular problem till it swims up and bites you in the ass.
Good delivery.
Yeah,
Nice.
unbelievable.
I love Richard Dreyfuss.
And number 1, I couldn't decide, so I just said the entire movie "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" is my favorite movie quote because that is fucking Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Every blessed line of that movie is fucking hilarious, and you could tell they thought about it.
Yeah.
Like it's very rare, and that, you could say this for a lot of the Coen Brothers movies, but that one in particular, and it sort of. I feel like maybe there was a past version of this trope, but really did reintroduce America to the concept of like a Southern guy who's just way too fucking smart for his own good.
Yeah.
And when you actually meet those people in real life, it's fantastic. But yeah, so I wrote down
That's great.
where he says, "I'm the only daddy you got. I'm the damn paterfamilias." Like using Latin and shit is great. And then the the line where he says. They're asking, it's that same scene in the Woolworths where he's talking about getting hit by the train. He says, "Why are you telling my girls I got hit by a train?" And she says,
That's good enough.
"Lots of respectable people have been hit by trains." And then she starts listening off. And he says, "Well, I take your point, but it does put me in a damn awkward position vis-a-vis my progeny." And I watched that when I was 14 and I had no fucking clue
Totally.
what that meant. And it was one of those quotes that like floated along. And then as I gained more information as to what progeny was, meaning his children, just so "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou," the gift that keeps on giving. The older you get, the more shit you're like understanding. Like it's a very funny movie for a teenager, but then you learn some stuff, get yourself an English degree, and you're like, that's that's American
Yeah,
Shakespeare.
totally. Yeah. Well, those guys definitely have degrees.
Yeah, fuck yeah, absolutely.
They got degrees.
Yeah, definitely.
Somewhere along the way.
Anyone else got a top 3?
Well, you know that thing people do? It's like Pulp Fiction, Monty Python, The Holy Grail. Like,
Yeah.
Do the lamest, like 14-year-old quote thing where you're like, you're really driving this Knights of Knee thing into the ground. I think it's funny, but it's really hard to sit around you talking like that.
I do love that this one. I don't know why this one particular line in The Naked Gun stands out to me, but like there's this part where like they're talking to O.J. Simpson's wife, and he's like, I assure you, we will spend every waking moment, and we will make sure that Norberg's killer will be brought to justice. Now, who wants a bite to eat? He immediately would suggest they get lunch. I love that. Shit.
I can go if you want to say.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Carly, do you want to go?
No.
Disrespected. No. Okay, so for me, this is funny. This just occurred to me. So I fucking love the John Singleton Shaft. I understand it's problematic with cops and things like that. I get it. But Samuel L. Jackson is playing the nephew of Shaft. So it is sort of like a spiritual sequel, not necessarily a reboot.
Yeah.
And but fucking Jeffrey Wright in that movie plays a character named Peoples Hernandez.
Yeah, that's right.
That is one of the greatest performances you'll ever fucking see, like character performances. And he has a line where he's in jail and Christian Bale, who's like the blue collar or white collar criminal guy who gets stuck in jail with him, and he's of course like a gang lord, drug dealer guy. And he turns to Christian Bale and goes, "You an interesting motherfucker." Doesn't even fit his motherfucker. You interesting motherfucker. It's so fucking great. I would encourage you, even if you don't like that movie or you're like, this sucks or whatever, watch his performance. Is like legendary, incredible. Every line of his fucking mouth is like that. It's incredible. So that is something I do say all the time too.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Like, you an interesting motherfucker.
All right.
What else? One.
I got another one.
Yeah, go for it.
Don Rickles' lines, all of them in Dirty Work.
Holy shit! Yes,
especially when he dresses down Artie Lang.
Yes,
when he goes, he's like, I just called Baskin Robbins. They said that they're down to 5 flavors. You're swelling up as I talk to you. How's he doing in there? How's ice cream doing in there? Having a good time? And he says to Norm Macdonald, which is the best thing to say to anyone who you don't really have a insult against.
Yeah.
You go, why don't you get a horse to move the mountains and stop bothering everybody? You got a personality like a dead moth.
That whole thing was improvised too, right?
Yeah.
They didn't just rally him off.
They didn't write shit for Rickles. They were just like, just insult these guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm trying to think.
So I got 2. So I have.
Well, and you said the Goodfellas one too.
Oh, I thought I was due for one more.
You go for it. Yeah.
Oh, I do say the thing from The Departed a lot where he goes, "Who's your fucking boy? Who's your boy?" And I want to say that whenever like people come into the wine bar and they bring their kids and they're not supposed to. Who's your fucking boy? Who is he? I want to meet your boy.
I love the Marky Mark has a good line in that one.
Oh yeah. Who the fuck are you? Oh, I'm the guy that does his fucking job. You must be the other guy.
You must be the other guy.
Yeah.
Mine are fairly basic.
Oh, I love it.
Well, I'll bring some female perspective.
Oh yeah, sure. Yes.
This podcast needs
most women of my age would say that, like, I mean, I could probably recite every line from Mean Girls.
Mean Girls?
Went back.
Amazing.
But also of that era, I think Carter and I were talking about this recently. What? So I got to sit here and eat dessert alone like I'm fucking Steven Klansberg?
Oh yeah, from Superbad.
Yeah.
Oh. Then it cuts to the picture of the guy, the guy just eating and staring off in the distance. Perfectly relatable joke.
Yeah,
everyone knew a guy.
I could name his first and last name, and I could tell you what he ate every day from first grade until we graduated, because he ate the same meal in the same order. It was fucking weird.
And then most quotes from Blazing Saddles.
Sure, yeah.
Where the white women.
Oh, so good. See, it's coming off. He's rubbing his hands.
See, it's coming off.
That's so fucking good. So funny.
Oh, lesbians are Yiddish. Lesbians, they're darker than us. Let them go.
They darker than us.
Chief. Trying to see what else.
What else you got, Seth?
It's a ridiculous, like, great quote. Mm-hmm. But I don't know the exact wording. But basically, the first Child's Play, which has been, of course, the franchise has turned into a whole other thing. But when it first started, it's all about the first half of the movie is all POV. Yeah. And you don't see him because it's too hard to sell in a wide shot the doll yelling at someone, right? Yeah. So they wait until the very last second, and then he turns around and goes, "Get your hands off me, you little bitch," or something like that. first time he's talked in the whole movie. And I didn't like horror movies growing up, so I didn't see this until probably 5-6 years ago. And I was kind of like, oh, it's cool. They're taking their time with it. And then literally it's just to 110. You stupid bitch. And you're like, oh, that's what we're doing? And then she blows away with the shotgun for 15 minutes. And it's great. That's a great line. And the only line you could have to do that, I think.
Yeah.
God, now I was thinking of a million of them.
I know, right?
There's a lot of movies.
Al Pacino and Heat.
Oh,
great ass.
Yep. I drink your milkshake.
Yeah, I drink your milkshake. I mean, Jesus.
If you listen to Hank Azaria's response, that's actually for real. He didn't know he was they took it from a take that was not on him. And when he did that to his face, he was like, Jesus. And if you turn it up really loud, you can hear him go, Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's not acting. He's literally
calm down.
Hey, what the fuck?
Oh man.
Oh, this is easy. Three Amigos, Plethora. That's one of the funniest things ever in a movie. And that guy is a fucking director. He directed Like Water for Chocolate.
What?
The guy who fucking plays El Guapo.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, no shit. Really?
Yeah, he became a director right after that. And he's only in a few movies. I see him pop up and I was like, how come this guy was never in movies? He's so funny. And I looked him up. He's a fucking director.
Oh,
so isn't that strange?
God damn, that
But
rocks.
that line is, would you say you have a plethora? That is the funniest shit in the world. That movie's great. I love Three Amigos.
Oh, man. This next one, at APOC Pod, Apocalypse in Review. Shout out to Tom and Michelle listening in Virginia.
Hi, Tom. Hi,
Top 3 bands/artists that you liked in high school.
Oh.
I have this is so
In high school?
Yeah.
pathetic. You talking about when I didn't know what good music
Olivia
was?
Rodrigo.
Hell yeah.
I'm 12. In high school, yeah.
Let's go.
I have my answers to be like,
All right,
I'm a loser.
So
this is great. So my dad's a musician. I grew up with very intense musical knowledge. I was exposed to a lot of music. I know a lot about a lot of different great music. But
so you like the Jerky Boys?
Yeah, the Jerky Boys. And so you get to a certain age though, and you want to fit in. So you're like, well, it's the shit people are listening to. So the bands that I really, really loved were 311 because it was they were dangerous, but. Not too dangerous. We smoke pot, but guns are for pussies. Calm down.
Right.
So I love that because I was like, I'm scared. Yeah. I'm scared of everything. These guys seem nice. They give me a ride to the bus stop and not beat me up. And so I love them. Then I liked Live, which is one of those faux spiritual, fake U2-y kind of it's all ethereal and shit. Don't worry.
Dolphins crying.
Yeah, dude.
Lightning crashing.
Yeah, but I like that when they went to India and came back, we're like, now we've got an Indian influence.
Oh, no.
Secret Samadhi. I was wearing that shirt. People were like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm like, I don't know. Beat the shit out of me. And then third favorite band in high school, if crappy music I loved, let me think, 311 Live. It's easy to say something like Real Big Fish. I really liked Real Big Fish.
Sure, yeah.
I also liked Goldfinger, and I still think Goldfinger's second album's pretty good. But beyond that,
is that the one with
Blink-182.
Superman on there?
Yeah, that record's all right. But then over time, you
would just acquire. If you're our age, you just somehow acquired that Goldfinger. I never bought that album, but I had it.
No way, and it was on Tony Hawk, and that's why everyone knew that one song. And then I bought the CD at Turtles or something.
I don't think I bought it. I think I just somehow. It's you never buy a lighter.
Absolutely,
you just get a lighter.
Yeah.
It was like that with Goldfinger.
Yeah. Hang-ups, baby.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was before I liked good music, so I had this weird phase where I was like, maybe I could fit in, and then everyone was like, you're a pussy, you idiot. Kicked me in the ass, and I was like, cool, I'll Built to Spill.
It's like you're the principal. Why are you telling me this?
I'll Built to Spill like I'm supposed to. Excuse me. And I walked away from the cool kids.
What do you say, Carly?
Oh man. Well, for sure. Shout out to my hometown heroes. Fall Out Boy. They were from
That's right.
Wilmette, Illinois. Where I'm from. So I feel like you had to like
of course.
them. You had to be a fan.
That's your home team.
Yeah, that's why I love the Commodores. Tuskegee, Alabama's finest. Lionel Richie, Ron LaPred. Fuck with me.
That's why I love
Easy like Sunday morning, bitch.
That's
Who
why.
else do I like? I mean, it's hard. I'm trying to remember what I was into. You know what I mean? I definitely before high school, middle school, really wanted to be emo. I wanted to not emo, punk. I really I wanted the bands that Carter actually listened to are what I wanted to try to and I hated it.
Oh,
I hated it. I was slipped on corn. And I was like,
Yeah.
I hated it so much. I hated all of it. God, what was cool? I don't know. What was cool?
John Mayer was.
No, I didn't like him until college.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've admitted on the show before you were admitted.
I've come out of the closet.
No,
it feels like I'm constantly coming out.
The last time you were on, we did Train for the Jam of the Day, and you admitted you were kind of a VH1 jumpstart kind of girl.
Yeah, I definitely liked like all those like
Keen, perhaps.
Keen. Yeah.
Coldplay.
Rooney.
Rooney. I don't.
David Gray.
You know what it was? It was like going into high school, like the OC era of like
Yellow Card.
Yes, yeah, definitely liked all that.
Yeah.
Major label Modest Mouse explosion.
Yeah.
By the way, the jewel in my head is glowing. I feel it again.
Pieces of you?
No, the adaptogens. The feeling I felt the last time.
Really?
Like, yeah, my brain feels great.
Fuck,
But
mine
then,
feels still bad.
Yeah.
Your
Oh,
girl
shitty.
was.
I'm sorry.
I was basic, you know. I was like
Nothing wrong
I was
with that.
Like, you know, I was
We
like,
were all doing
I
it.
liked Neo. You know,
You like Dio?
Dio?
Neo.
Oh, Neo.
Yeah.
from The Matrix?
Oh, I
I
thought
was
you
like the singer from Black Sabbath.
Honestly,
Holy
like,
dynamite!
it was like Chris Brown,
guy from Fresh
Neo,
Fishbone?
like those
Yeah.
kinds of, you know. I don't know.
Neo. What was Neo's song?
I don't have.
It was
have
The
interest.
Matrix.
I don't-
The Matrix,
I
yeah,
think
take
whatever. Yeah.
Fucking Neo.
In high school,
I live in the
also?
Matrix.
Neo Geo.
I don't know. I don't think I'm just looking back and I'm like, did I have interests? Like, what was I doing in high school?
I mean, you know.
I'm trying to think if I went to like any I didn't really go to. My first concert was a Bruce Springsteen concert.
Hey, all right.
That's good.
Mom took
Yeah,
me
you
to.
can take that. That's good.
But yeah, I don't know. Carter has way
Carter?
more. I don't know.
What do you got? Top 3.
Well, middle school was my embarrassing music era.
Oh, okay.
That
All
was
right.
like middle school was like new metal butt rock to the extreme. Like it was like
Wow.
Like Jada Pinkett Smith's band.
yeah, like
shit's
in a
incredible.
similar vein. Like I would get like Limp Bizkit CDs and then look through their thank you list and then buy albums from the people that like they
shit.
thank.
Whoa, Carter was deep.
Which, if you're gonna be looking at fucking Fred Durst's thank you list, then you're gonna end up with a goddamn Union Underground CD or some
Wow,
shit.
hell yeah.
But if you look at Wes Borland's thank you list, then you'll end up with like a Helmet CD.
That's true.
Or something
Mortis or
kind of
something.
cool.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. In high school, I was way into punk at that point, and like I was all about listening to like Minor Threat, but getting drunk as hell at the same time, which
very
completely
strange.
defeats the purpose of their music.
Why would you just listen to Fugazi? There's no.
I loved Fugazi at that point. I don't know. I was like trying to be cool in high school.
Still
and
trying. He's still trying.
Still trying very hard. Well, now
He's doing it
I've
right
like
now.
reverted back. No, I mean like I tried really hard to like listen to like critically acclaimed music in high school and in college, and then like afterwards. And just as like the endless parade of service industry jobs, I'm like, you just got to take the pleasantries where you can get them. And it's like, I'll like listen to a fucking something like a pop punk album here and there, a little skate punk album or something. I mean, I guess the most embarrassing shit I liked in high school was like probably like really bro-y metalcore, like probably like Hatebreed and like like workout metal, like shit that like Marines like fucking pump iron and like like so that
Shout out to Luke Jensen.
Oh, I really like.
yeah
He knows who he is.
oh
I
yeah
really liked Lifehouse.
Lifehouse
I was into that.
Switchfoot.
Yeah.
American Hi-Fi.
Were you known to switch a foot or two?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
to switch a foot?
I dare you to move. You know?
Names.
I think one of the times I was suppressed the most in life was I wanted to buy a Godsmack CD.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, and my mom wouldn't let me buy it because the band's name is Godsmack. But she was like, the girl on the front has a nose ring.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And I was like, so she wouldn't even like say that it's because of the band's name. So instead, she got me the Dave Matthews Band CD that has Crash Into Me on it.
Shit. I had that record and loved it.
Yeah, Crash. It's called Crash.
I was like, this is what adult relationships are like.
Yeah, this is like what adults like. Adults drink wine and watch the sunset. And shit.
Well,
now when I listen back to Dave Matthews, some of the lyrics are so like. I mean, I liked it. I liked it too. I liked like all those Crash Into Me and whatever. But like, if you listen to like I mean, hike up your skirt a little more and show your world to me.
Yeah, you're canceled, Dave Matthews.
For like
Let's
2 minutes straight. It's just like
get that ass. Pajama pants.
Trapping Billy.
Walk around in his pajama pants.
I get why people. I mean, my coworker has seen Dave Matthews like 43 times.
Yeah, people get it's like Grateful Dead or
spending the weekend with Dave.
You know, it's like a stoner
We're going
people.
to Alpine to listen to Dave.
You're hanging with Dave.
Stoner people just commit really hard to fandom. You're just like, well, I'm lazy. This guy's got a lot of records. He plays shows a lot. I don't need to know any other bands. I'll just do this. Grateful Dead, same shit.
I feel like such an idiot for saying that I listened to critically acclaimed music in high school. I got to think of something stupid I listened to in high school.
This is the question.
I loved Green Day. I was still very much loved Green Day in high school.
I would say T-shirts you owned. That's all you need to know, right?
That's right. Okay,
so what T-shirts did you have? Did you have a Hey Breed shirt?
Oh no, I had
your mommy would not let you wear that.
No, I had a Buzzcock shirt and I would wear it to school.
Oh, this is a great story.
And I had this home ec teacher, and she was like, she had this weird voice, and she was like, Buzzcocks? What's that supposed to mean? Buzzcock? I don't think you should be wearing that. And I was like, well, my name's Glasscock. What if I just put my face on each one of the band members and then zip a Glasscock? So she was like, okay, I'm not going to talk to you for the rest of the year.
She was like, well, cock, cool. I'm backing up. I'm walking away.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going back to Sesame Street.
I love that
reminds
story.
me of that era of where I was trying really hard to like be punk. Like I had like a like. By the way, like the only vaguely I like Good Charlotte, which is they're like
they're from Brentwood, Tennessee.
Romance
I know a bunch of
like
them. Like yeah,
and I wanted to like the bands that Carter actually liked, but I had a hand me down. I wore only hand me downs that never fit me properly. Talk to my mom. But I had this shirt that was like from some festival, some like punk like metal festival.
Yeah,
with all these bands on it. It was in 6th grade, and one of the bands was Nashville Pussies.
Nashville Pussies.
I wish your name was Nashville Pussies.
Not plural. Singular.
It's pussy singular.
You can tell I'm a huge fan of that.
I love the Nashville.
I used the Nashville Pussies. Me and Carter are in that band.
I was about to say.
I remember.
That's all these new fucking comedians moving here.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, the Nashville Pussies.
That's right. Me, Carter, Josh Wagner.
I don't want. Like, I absolutely
Nashville Pussies.
fought being a basic bitch my whole life, but I 100% am. But a teacher in 6th grade was like,
you can't wear that.
You can't. No, they made me put duct tape on it.
You had a Nashville Pussy shirt?
Yeah.
It was
like one of the bands on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I had to put duct tape over Nashville Pussy.
I'm being oppressed.
Jesus.
I will say, not to interrupt Carter's thing, but I'll say that I also got in trouble for wearing a Boogie Nights t-shirt because it said Dirk Diggler. Mm-hmm. And on the back it was like, I'm a star, I'm a big, bright, shining star. And my teacher took me outside and she's like, I've seen that movie, I know what that means. And she's like, you cannot wear that in school. And I was like,
they don't know.
I know. I was like, it's literally just words. It's not. But anyways, my school
I'd be
made
like,
me
tell me what it means, adult. I don't know.
Exactly.
Someone gave you this shirt.
Yeah.
Listen, if I see that shirt, I'm going to think of Mark Wahlberg's big fake Take off that shirt, you will.
I'm like, I'm a hip fucking kid, lady. I've seen Boogie Nights.
When you got to think about it, it's like, it's an amazing comeback that your last name is Cock in it.
I know.
I know.
I've told that story to millions of people.
What of it?
It's sold out arenas. I've told that story.
That's the one. I mean, like, literally. Okay, so like, me and Carly went camping the other week, and this guy for real shushed us about it. It was a group of 30-year-olds. I swear this will connect.
Like, I know. I can't wait.
There's we went on this camping trip, and we're all sitting around this fire and shit. And this guy from the neighboring campsite comes over and goes, "Hey, y'all!" And he immediately recognizes that we're all like 30. He thought we were all like shithead, like 18.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, y'all! You know, I know you guys are having fun, but I got a bunch of kids back there, and y'all are dropping a bunch of f-bombs." and we were all we all stopped talking. But I was like, I've felt like talked down to like that. I haven't felt like talked down to like that in a while.
Yeah,
but like. If anyone, I feel like such free license to say cock whenever I want.
Sure.
Because it's in my fucking name.
Yeah, you've earned it.
And then fucking start saying
Wait,
it.
tell them what, do you remember what his shirt said?
What is the guy's shirt?
Yeah, do you remember this?
No, what is that?
You're the one who
Hate
told
breed.
me this.
It said hate breed.
It said hate breed. It said, By the way, the way he came up to us too, it was like, first of all, this is fucking nature. We're literally we're out. We have paid for a campsite,
Right?
And I could give a shit if your kid hears fuck. Like they will hear fuck at some point in their life.
It was fuck National Forest is where this was happening.
Yeah.
But anyway, he comes. His shirt said, "I follow the rules, so you don't have to."
Whoa!
What?
Damn!
What?
Bitter. He's a bitter man.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He's made a lot of compromises, Carter. Have you?
My man
Doesn't
loves,
sound like it.
My man loves Jesus. You know, he
It's
loves
the guy
Jesus.
who. This is the guy who wrote the fucking Facebook thing about
Yeah,
the
no shit.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I
dude.
follow the rules.
Did you guys say fuck anymore? Or did you just write it down and hand it to each
Yeah.
other?
One guy stood up.
on a sheet of
One guy
paper.
stood up and he was like, "Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is past quiet hour. Yes, sir."
He was like, totally reasonable request.
Totally yeah, we were all-
Totally reasonable. Don't hit us. Don't shoot us. Please
we
don't
all-
arrest us.
The rest of us went off and grumbled, being like, "This bullshit.
No,
Guy's probably a
honestly.
Christian idiot or whatever." And like, but yeah, that guy was like, "Absolutely, sir. You are right." Like he.
I plan to have children as well. I understand.
I don't want my future kids hearing fuck. Here's the thing. I don't think my parents really attempted to censor any of that for me, so I feel like, but I think, they're going to hear it. They're going to say it.
They've already
eventually.
fucking heard it.
It's-
I mean, how old are the
it's
kids?
The,
Like, come
it's
on.
the venue
Yeah,
in which
they've heard
they
that
learn-
guy
it's-
yell it, and when he
Yeah.
punches a hole in the wall,
Yeah, like,
fuck, freak,
yeah.
fuck this.
broke my freaking hand.
What were the other two? Did you give enough bands? I don't feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't give enough bands. Okay, so yeah, Hatebreed, fucking.
Hatebreed's get a lot of attention.
Seether?
Still kind of like Sum 41.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Still, I was like,
One
I was kind of
record.
on board, and which that band, that song "Fat Lip," like that, it died a very quick death, and the replay value on it is,
Not
I
good.
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know about it. I mean, I did kind of still like Slipknot at that point.
Yeah.
Like I did.
I know
mean,
you all
I went
know.
to a Korn concert like a couple of months ago. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely will still like that shit.
Damn, Carter.
But
System of a Down.
System of a Down. But I was like shamelessly liking that. But like Slipknot, I was kind of like, first album still kind of slaps. I wasn't like slaps back then. I wasn't that far
yeah,
ahead
you were
on
way
slaps.
ahead of the curve on slaps.
Fucking rules.
For years, we were like, why do you keep saying that?
Dude, that first record's heavy as fuck. It's like so. it's like so damaged, dude. It's like a nightmare.
Carter's like, I have to.
Yes.
I have to escape this upper middle class existence.
What is more dark and twisted than a clown playing a trash can?
In the right context, that is really scary.
Yes, bands
Yeah.
based off twisted metal. That's the genre, is twisted metal.
It is twisted metal, the game, the band.
Yeah, that's what did it.
Dude, it's like
That's what
fucking.
brought you to do it.
I remember being disappointed when I heard that they glued the hair onto the masks. Like apparently they glued the hair. They glued the hair onto the mask, and I was like, that kinda
And that's when
sucks,
you hung
dude.
up the two
That's not as damaged as I thought.
I
it
know. I felt the same way when I found out Kane was wearing a wig. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah,
what you got?
I've gone over this before, so I'll do it quickly. Basically, the wind up to 9th grade was a quest to smoke weed for the first time and become a hippie.
American Pie. You're American Pie.
Yeah, except for something way lamer than fucking. I was like, no, I just want to get high, dude.
That's great.
And finally did. Got real stoned and was at that point committed myself to being like, well, I gotta listen to the Grateful Dead now.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Commit.
Completist,
You gotta
the
commit.
completist.
So where you guys are going like the punk route, I was like full on like I gotta be a fucking jam band kid. But for some reason, I drew the line at Fish because a lot of my friends liked it, and I was just like, no, I'm not. I won't go down that road because I could still because I was like I liked the Beatles and like so I could still sort of attach the Grateful Dead to that like classic rock genre.
Yeah, sure.
So I was like, really like listening to Europe 72 and American Beauty and all that shit really heavy. And then eventually at some point it just broke, and then I became a Fish guy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I remember being envious of Fish. I had no idea what
Too many
Fish
songs.
was.
Yeah.
I
Songs
just
too long.
knew that it was like, cool to go to their like at the
Yeah.
time, cool to go to their and I was like, I could.
Well,
go to-
It's the
I like
same. It's the
Fish.
same
I like
idiot being
Fish.
like
No, I know
spending
what
a
I'm
weekend
talking
with
about.
Trey, man.
yeah. Well,
Hanging out with Trey this weekend.
Oh, anyone that goes Dave, Trey, anyone that does first name shit, gonna go fuck.
Well, here's where I was.
Moron.
Go
Here's
hang out with Anthony.
here's where-
Kiedis. Anthony Kiedis.
I'm a big fan of Robert Plant. You're like, Roberts are very common. There's a lot of Roberts.
here's where I was weird,
Go
and
hang out with Boz Skaggs. Boz Skaggs.
Just to be clear.
I like muskox.
As you know.
Here's where I was weird though, was like I did at the time and still do, and I'm in the 0.0001% of Fish fans who will say this. I like the studio shit. I'm not a live Fish guy.
Yeah.
Like it does bore the shit out of me, but there's studio stuff. And then, but the thing is, and this will wrap up my 3. And I've since gone back because for the dumbest reason, my dad has satellite radio in his truck, and that's the car I like drive around when I'm home. So I will just flip it on Fish radio and listen to that shit. So I'm kind of back
Fish Afterlife.
listening to that shit. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Grateful Dead has their own too. And if I turn on the Grateful Dead station and it's anywhere past the year like 1975, I'll flip over to the Fish station. I'm I like Pigpen and before as far as Dead goes. But the thing that kind of broke it was that the thing I liked about Fish is that they were kind of like genre fuckers. Like they would do country stuff and jazz stuff, and like they had a wide variety of sound. And then my senior year, I found Ween. And and they do that so much better and so much more concisely.
Interesting to compare that. I never heard that.
They covered. That's how I found that was the pathway, because the Fish covered "Roses Are Free" by Ween, and then I found their version, and then I listened to "Chocolate and Cheese," and every song on that record has a different sound to it. And I was like, they're so much more like focused and competent in what Fish was sort of attempting. Totally, that I no longer needed Fish, and I graduated. The year I graduated high school was the year I graduated Fish and became like a big Ween guy, and then been completely insufferable ever since. But
that's great, because I had a very similar thing happen with Built to Spill, where I liked all these bands that had similar tones to that, but it never was like something I could identify with. And then I heard There's Nothing Wrong with Love, and that record, I swear to God, literally changed my life. And I don't want to get into my crazy childhood, but I was moving out of my mother's house for reasons that were complicated. And I'd heard that record and I was like, oh, this is the exact amount of professionalism, with like sincerity, with the classic rock approach with the alternative edge or something. So, like, I know that thing when you hear the adult version that you're going to like forever. And you're like, oh, all that other 311 shit was kind of Fugazi before I heard Fugazi or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
now, the band all my interests coalesced into was Husker Du.
Oh, yeah.
That was my favorite band.
Great. Indie rock.
Well, and speaking of 311, that first time I did get high, guess what we were listening to?
Woo.
Fucking
Amber.
Eons by 311.
Okay, I just want to suggest for Jam of the Week at another time, you should play Jupiter by 311.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and the lyrics of that song are basically that before time there was another planet and some crazy guy blew the hell out of it. And that's why human beings are like struggling to figure out the time construct of life.
That's Scientology.
Dude, you've got to listen.
That's literally Scientology.
If I used to read the lyrics out loud to people because it's just so fucking like a 10-year-old wrote their idea of how space works.
Oh my God.
And it is so fucking funny.
Dude.
But anyway, Jupiter 311, it is a grown man wrote that down.
Well, I mean, me and Seth did write a 311 song together many years ago.
Cosmic Holiday.
Cosmic Holiday.
Cosmic Holiday.
All right, let's hear it. What do we got?
Cosmic Holiday.
Get on your knees and pray for Cosmic Holiday.
Yeah, smoke weed every day, motherfucker. The bitch ass the video game life.
The video game.
And then Carter goes,
Cosmic Holiday. I do the Nick Hexum part.
That's all you got to do.
You guys had a lot of time when you were sick. We were at a time when you were
at a bar. A lot of bars.
I was gonna say, if you ever wonder what your bartenders are doing when you're not there,
we're on a Cosmic Holiday. Cosmic Holiday.
We were doing good shit.
I've got the notes in my phone. We wrote actual verses. I think it was about making breakfast, and I.
Oh my God!
Maybe breakfast, then I'll beat you up for lunch or something. That's like it's all like just not scary enough. Like,
there was like some line where it was like, take 2 puffs and then I kiss the moon or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's very funny. Yeah.
Cosmic Holiday, dude. I mean, there's no way that those 2 words weren't written down at some point in their career where they're like, maybe we should do something with the word cosmic.
Yeah.
Maybe not together.
Take a holiday to the cosmos.
Well, shout out to @APOC and shout out to Kung Fu Cornelius. Thank you for those top 3s.
Shout out to Peanut, the bass player from 311. I just wanted to say hello.
S.A. Martinez too. Thank you.
I did see them live once, and I went, Peanut, beat that thing, because they do it in the middle of the song, and I did that. Like, my brother witnessed me do that. He was like, "You're a giant
dude." I think I've seen 311 twice. They came to Auburn for sure once in like 2000, and then I think I may have seen them at Auburn again. And then at one point, I was delivering for Hungry Howie's, and they were supposed to be playing on campus, and there was this crazy thunderstorm, so they canceled the show. And as I was pulling out of Hungry Howie's to go deliver a pizza in the rain, I see 311's tour bus like going the other way towards the interstate. And I was like,
God.
"Oh, there they go!" Damn,
420, dude. It's time to roll.
I got one little thing I wanted to tell you all about that I just became aware of. It's a little piece of history. This is from allthat'sinteresting.com, and I just thought this was fun. The German city of Erfurt has existed since at least the 8th century, and it was formerly part of the Holy Roman Empire. The legendary Petersburg Citadel is deeply intertwined in the history of the city. Among the structures that survived the Citadel's early period is St. Peter's Church, where an unfortunate yet largely unknown disaster reportedly occurred on July 26, 1184. At the time, Erfurt was ruled under King Heinrich VI of the Hohenstaufen family.
Good king.
He was one of the German kings who reigned over the territory during the Middle Ages. Heinrich, who would later succeed his father as the Holy Roman Emperor, it was a period of great political strife brought on by the constant power struggles between feudal nobles and the religious leaders of the Roman Catholic Church. One such conflict erupted by, and I really did just like all these names, Conrad of Wittelsbach, who was the Archbishop of Mainz, and Ludwig III, the Landgrave of Thuringia. It is unclear exactly what prompted the conflict, but it most likely had to do with a land dispute. Whatever the problem was, it is believed that King Heinrich wanted to settle the conflict between the two men once and for all. And he made his way through the territory, he called for a meeting, and a sizable group of the empire's elites were gathered at the St. Peter's Church. And just as the meeting kicked off, without warning, the wooden floor buckled under the weight of the noblemen.
Hell yes. This is good. 11th century shit.
And it collapsed, and sending...
Cue Benny Hill music.
You
Drop, y'all.
You have no idea. So it collapsed, sending those who had been sitting or standing into the lower floor, which happened to be the monastery's large latrine system.
Oh.
So all of the kings and queens went into the doo-doo.
And then what did he do? Go, ha, now let me have my way. And then he just let them die in doo-doo.
At
That's not cool.
At that point, at least 60 nobles died. The lucky ones were
R.I.P.
The lucky ones were killed by the impact or by falling stones and support beams. Everyone else drowned in hot liquid doo-doo.
Sure, yeah, you get some of that in your throat. It's a good time to die.
People are bandying about the term doo-doo pretty liberally right now.
That's true.
It was you said a hot molten doo-doo? Was it like steaming hot diarrhea?
Yeah, it's basically the fucking energy drink.
Dude, it's
just like melting skin off of bones.
The adaptogens.
Yes, the adaptogens. Well, it's July, so you have to imagine.
Yeah, this is like Black
warm.
Plague shit. So
Speaking of, I do feel completely fucking insane from that shit. I mean, I honestly do feel
I just stared a hole into this table.
My hands are like vibrating, and I haven't eaten dinner, so maybe that's something to do with it, but I really feel like I'm about to puke or have a heart attack.
Dude, my brain is operating on a level that you can't imagine.
Don't buy this stuff. Don't call that number. Don't fucking get involved. Don't do this podcast. It'll make you do this.
Among those lost, Count Gosmar III of Ziegenhain.
Fucking A.
That's a Ghostbusters name. Yeah.
That's my great-grandfather.
Gosmar Garber.
Burr gave Friedrich of Kirchberg, Count Heinrich of Schwarzburg, and the Bellinger of Meldingen. Ludwig, whose dispute with the Archbishop.
Oh, sounds like you're drunk.
I would drown.
All
All those names deserve to be drowned in doo-doo.
They were.
Drown them in doo-doo with a name like that. What is it?
You guys are making fun. They're dead.
In their memory.
Dead.
They were cut down in the prime of their aristocracy in their 60s.
They would have only lived another year with the life expectancy. They died.
Poisoned probably somewhere.
Let me just say this. I don't want to drown, but if I have to drown, it should be in a funny way.
Yeah.
And
Let it be in piping hot doo-doo.
I'll make sure if you drown that it's hilarious.
I'm so distracted by the doo-doo element that I just die going, what is all this doo-doo?
I gotta say, drowning's not the way I want to
good way to
go.
die.
That is my, when you watch Titanic and it's like coming up to here, that makes me nervous.
I expect someone to watch me die in the water. I expect them to hold
let me on the
let me go.
Yeah, I expect the way I plan on dying is that someone is holding me underwater. I'm like, no, and they're like smiling like really, really wide, and they're like,
it'll be me.
yeah.
That's a good way to go.
And then, for added comedic effect, that you dump my dead head into a bowl of piping hot doo-doo.
Yeah, doo-doo.
I want to die surrounded by everyone but like here's what the plan
But
was.
doo-doo.
Surrounded by everyone, I pretend to die at first, so I hear what people say, and I'm like, open my eye a little bit to see what's going on, and then I actually die. What kind of shit are they talking?
Goodbye, family. Oh, good. We don't have to pay her back any of that money that we owe her.
Ludwig, whose dispute with the archbishop had been the focus of the meeting, he survived purely by chance.
Ludwig.
The king and the archbishop, meanwhile, also survived since they had been withdrawn into one of the rooms, distant nooks, to discuss the present political issue. Both were able to cling to iron rails out of a window for dear life until they were rescued.
In a distant nook.
Yeah.
Come on, man, let's go to this distant nook. We can hold on to lead pipes. It's like, man, what a weird time we live in.
My distant nook.
I mean,
What a crazy time.
honestly,
Get out of my nook.
I could see Seth with like Renaissance era clothes, like listening to the story, be like, God damn, in a distant nook.
In a distant nook.
Was
They
this
got him in a nook.
Was this the era when like chubby women were hot? Like
that's
all I
every
want.
era,
That's
baby.
now, baby. That's
every
every
era.
era. Today.
You
That's
know,
America
there was that
today.
era where they were drawing fucking chubby white women looking
Yeah,
good,
well,
looking
so
nude.
in
That's
Looking
all.
nude, looking all nude,
Looking
shaking it
nude and
around.
chubby. And that's the era that I want to go back
pretty
to.
pretty much
trying to go back too.
Pretty much any time before mass farming, anyone with access to food was hot.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yes,
No,
the
I
answer
would
is
be-
yes.
That's still the case.
If
now.
I can go back
Yeah.
to whatever
Oh, yeah.
era I would be a smoking hot bitch, I will go back. And just I'll go back. I only lived till 27, but I was hot for those 27 years.
Wild,
Put me back.
27 years.
Bring me back.
Heinrich VI left Erfurt immediately after the drama. In 1191, he became the Holy Roman Emperor, and in 1197, he died after suffering severe diarrhea. So the poopy got him
Ooh,
in
they
the
got him
end.
anyways.
Shit'll
Yeah.
get you one way
If
or
it don't get you
another.
coming in, it'll get you going out, baby.
I was gonna say like this.
The doo-doo will come for you.
This started with like czars and
yeah.
kings and queens, and it ended up
Ludwigs.
being like an Adam Sandler movie at the end of it.
Not to insult the people of that era, but it sort of feels like they should have figured out diarrhea by that point. It's like, oh, you died of diarrhea.
I should have figured out diarrhea at this point.
Yeah, no, like figure it out, you know. Died from like other shit. You died from
Yeah.
like smallpox, but you know, diarrhea.
Drink
you're
a glass
fine.
of water, guy. That's probably not clean.
It is unknown whether the conflict between the two men at the center of the meeting was ever resolved. It's like it seems like everyone died. Like
I
it's
mean-
No, that's resolved.
The man had quite resolved. He looked down and
Yeah,
his head and went, I did it.
like Ludwig lived, the archbishop lived, but like anyone that was going to back them up is now dead in poop.
It's good shit. That guy fucking rules. I would do that too.
Yeah, so they don't know if it got resolved, but the Erfurt latrine disaster remains one of the most bizarre catastrophes of medieval Europe.
I didn't mean to make that noise, and then I was like,
It was like,
We've seen the lights of good King Richard. Ring out the past, his name lives on and on. Roll out the bones and raise up the pitcher. Raise up your glass to good King John.
Y'all, we have time for just one more segment, and of course, it is time for our jam of the week. Oh, we're taking it all the way back, 1999. This is Toby fucking Keith.
oh, this is one of the first really big hits.
This was his first big hit. How do you like me now?
Oh, yeah. This is the good like
Yeah.
catchphrase song.
Yeah, so
How do you like me now?
Yeah, that's it, baby.
Now that I fucked your dad. I killed your dog.
How do you like that shit?
How do you like that shit? They're like, we should change these lyrics, man. I like the demo.
Well, so the plot of this song and the plot of the music video is that Toby Keith is essentially very creepy to a girl in high
Yeah,
school.
I remember this, I think.
He writes her name and phone number on the football field and says, "Call for a
Trash.
good time."
Whoa.
And then she rejects him because, of course, yes,
Yeah.
like that's not playful. That's fucking crazy.
I wonder
Yeah.
if this spurned any tales of unrequited romance in the comments.
Oh, you know, it
Oh.
mayhaps, Carter, mayhaps.
Someone's been on this podcast
yeah. So But I just wanted to point out the video is like he's the villain of this song.
I gotta go watch it.
I like that he's that forward. He's like 10 Things I Hate About You, Heath Ledger. He's like, check me out, baby. You're going to come around to this.
You will like me.
Yeah, you will like me, and it's charming. It's supposed to be charming.
All women like.
You don't like me, but you will respect me.
How do you like me now? How? How do you like it?
Well, let's get down into the YouTube comments for Toby Keith's How Do You Like Me Now? First up, Tabitha Sabea from 1 month ago.
Full name.
This is a new one. This is 1 month ago.
Don't Google this lady. Let her live her life.
Toby, what are you doing? Why are you letting the enemy harass you like this? You holding on to revenge and unforgiveness, and it's going to destroy you.
Wow, there's a lot of negativity.
This song is 23 years old. This is an ancient song. I love that she's like,
here, Toby.
I didn't know Toby Keith has been around for that long.
This is his first big
Toby
hit.
Keith is 68 years old.
Isn't he like supposed to be like liberal or something? And that's like the
No,
I think
what?
so,
Toby
yeah.
Keith.
Toby
I
Keith?
don't know.
Oh, I might be telling national
No,
secrets.
what?
Oh, he's just he's putting on the Ritz for his
Almost
Republican.
Putting on the
100%
right
sure, but you should
Wow.
Google that. But I'm
Interesting.
pretty sure I've been
I
told
think a
that.
lot,
He
of
wrote
those,
courtesy-
pop country guys are like secretly liberal.
Oh, wow.
All those
Yeah,
songs,
'cause they're
all
like
these country
300
songs
yeah.
are written by liberal, like 50-year-old liberal dudes. I swear to God, I know them all.
even-
they all know my father. I lived in Nashville for 39 years.
Who wrote "We'll Put a Boot in Your Ass"? It's the American way.
Some asshole who knows Ringo Starr, who's like smoking a joint on his balcony right now.
Yeah,
is
some
not
guy's like,
anybody who
this shit will
identifies.
sell to morons like by the truckload, and they were right. Yeah.
Half those people are middle-aged session dudes, songwriter dudes.
Next up, Matty Roth's Off-Road Garage from
Hell yeah.
The show account.
yeah, from 7 days ago, and this is exactly how it's written. To all high school girls, don't be so juggling. You never know how is going to grow up and make a name
like that.
for themselves.
Don't be so
And-
juggly.
Ladies be juggling.
Women be juggling. Women be juggling on a unicycle.
And all they make a name for themselves, and all juggling. That book by its cover will get you is not being a part of a really good life. So eat shit, you clowns.
Damn.
Always juggling and shit.
Also, doesn't this opening guitar part sound like Yes? The band Yes? It's like
I thought it was like Mighty Mighty Boss Stones or like a deep cut from Santana or something.
It's very Steve Howe.
So my favorite thing about country music is how it paints a picture, and this next
for sure.
person painted an amazing a Mona Lisa, if you will. Loretta Tenney from 1 year ago. Toby Keith is standing in the middle of a football field in this video singing "How Do You Like Me Now?" LMAO. I'm standing on top of my ex's RV in the middle of a cow field watching cops escort him off the property, and I'm singing "How Do You Like Me Now?" It's part at the top of my lungs. Love you, Toby Keith. When people do me wrong and karma gets them, that is my favorite saying. LMAO. Yeah.
Reminds me of like Eminem Stan.
Yes.
I'm insane. For this song drove me to this.
Shaped my life.
Dear Toby, we should be together too.
That's awesome.
Agnum MD from 5 months ago. Toby.
Why are we commenting on
Medical
things?
doctor.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
1999. Now's the time I'm gonna get in on
Not
this.
Magnum PI, Agnum MD. What do you think about
baby.
that? I don't know if that's MD or like Doctor of Maryland, but who knows?
That's what this podcast is. We're a voice of the voiceless. We get
That's right.
the most extreme, lonely corners of the internet.
We're
We give.
all
Yeah.
about the people.
A doctor who comes home and comments on a long day of surgery. I'm gonna comment on some Toby
I had
Keith.
a boy die on the table today. How did he like me then? Oh, the guilt! The guilt!
He types out
Sad.
the guilt.
It's
The guilt.
It's,
It's
it's voice to text. So he's like doing it in the
The
car on the way
guilt.
home.
Oh yeah, of
Guilt.
course, no punctuation. Smash together. Yeah.
So he says Toby Keith can pull this off, but if it was me singing to my old crush, how do you like me now? Now that I'm broke, now that I'm lazy,
Okay, he's
fat,
not-
out of shape.
He's no doctor.
Good choice not to date me. I became am a drunk. I only shower weekly.
/am a drunk.
I only shower weekly.
I only shower weekly. How do you like me now?
I kind of identify with that because, like, if I was like, "How do you like me now?" to my high school crush, she'd be like, "Yeah, yeah."
I like that he was.
as fat and poor. I don't know. But how do you like me now? Dude?
Do you like it?
Do you like it now?
So
How about now?
Like it, please.
Smash that like button.
I want to like that guy's comment just to let him know that we heard what he had to say.
Yeah, I feel like we should include how many likes these things get.
Yeah.
They're all none, right? The ones you pull are zilch.
I mean,
Oh
if,
no!
if
sad
there's
people recognize other sad people and give them props.
if there is if there's a large amount of likes, I will include that. If I don't mention it, it was not.
yeah,
liked.
don't you dare
Right.
question his fucking research abilities.
Well, no,
Carter.
No, hey,
No, I'm not. I'm
Fuck
just
off this.
No, that's a
How
good.
do you like me now?
No. That's a very good. That's a very.
Who's
good,
your fucking boy?
Who's your fucking boy? That's a very good question because
your
people.
shine box.
Yeah, get your fucking shine
Carter,
box.
get your fucking shine box.
I'm gonna wait to read the username till the end of this one. This is
Ooh.
from 9 years ago. This is to all.
They're
this
dead
is,
now.
Oh yeah, this is to all those bitches that thought a blue collar guy wouldn't amount to shit. How do you like me now, making $200,000 a year? Eat your heart out, hoes. And that was written by Saved by Jesus Christ. Yes, that was their screen name.
9 years ago, you could say that. Though.
That's true. Maybe he changed it. Maybe he
You
changed
could
it.
say whatever, hoes. Whatever you wanted 9 years ago.
And still get
Shut
into-
up, bitches.
And still get into heaven.
I believe in Jesus.
Different times.
Oh, boy.
It was 9 years ago. Let's give him some. I mean,
Yeah.
he's following the cultural trends.
Free Wolf from 5 years ago. My first ex said she liked to travel a lot. Now she's married with a kid to a Mormon, and I'm a fucking trucker living it up. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I wish music could
I'm
make
just
me
gonna
feel
say
it.
It's been all men. It's been 100%.
Of course.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no,
angry
we
men.
had some ladies up top.
lady on top of her
okay.
car.
We had the lady who got her boyfriend arrested. That she
That's
rocks.
true.
She's
That's
not a
true.
great
That was
example.
Feminist. That was so feminist. Love that for her.
And I'm shouting the lyrics right now at the cop. Oh, he's coming back for me. Oh no, I'm going inside. But I'm gonna listen to it in the bathtub.
Sounds like there's a lot of lonely hearts out there.
This is a bit of poetry here. Interested sender from 1 year ago. Going to concert in Camden, New Jersey, and his limo pulls up next to us. Very close. Visible. Windows down.
Yeah, this is like Chris Compton poem of the week.
Visible. Very close. Visible. Windows down. I told him and his driver that I just got a dog. Wanted to name him Toby. I happened to mention that hot summer daytime concert near July 4th. He was into country then, especially after 9/11. Very patriotic. Loudly, I announced, "I love you now." I bet you he remembers that. I definitely still
doesn't.
I definitely still like you now and always will. By the way, he waved with an extremely muscular arm. Had such a shy smile, sporting baseball cap and blonde curls. Cute.
All-American
Keith-
boy.
Toby
you
Keith
know?
is responsible for the war in Iraq.
Yeah, no shit.
Single-handedly caused that.
That's great.
Joseph Garza from 9 months ago. I've been him.
I was going to say Joe Carver. Here, bro.
I've been him before. Now all they wish was they didn't think I was the ugly duck who grew up to be a big money swan.
Everyone got all this money. I'm so glad everyone got all this money.
I just love big money swan.
Vince Money Swan. I'm a sexy, beautiful
Vince
swan.
Money
full of money.
Swan.
I'm a
I
big
got money coming out my swan ass. On my beak.
They are now all fat and living, well, let's just say they're living on the edge.
What? Jeez, how does he know he's checking in?
I just like that this
Lot
guy.
lizards.
I am picturing a swan wearing a bunch of jewelry and with just a line of just extremely fat, drug addicted exes.
Just commenting on YouTube. Look at me now. How do you like me now? Remember the song?
Do you like me
I'm
now?
listening to it right now.
Malcolm Walker from 1 year ago.
Don't Google.
Every time I have a breakup, I come back here. There's going to be a line around the block when I'm the head of aeronautic engineering at
He hasn't made the
NASA.
money yet, but he's gonna.
At NASA.
Wait, what are you guys in line for? I got the head of aeronautic engineering. Yeah, no, I'm going to ask him for $1,000.
He says, sadly, I will be too busy and cool to see a single one of them. Which
Cool.
I
Mostly
just
wearing
like
sunglasses.
I just like that it's NASA. It reminds me of that Will Forte sketch. You will never be an astronaut. You will never stroll the moon. Got a couple more here. Show me your kitties from 1 year ago.
Show me your titties.
Kitties.
Kitties, though.
You
Kitties.
dirty mind.
Is that in the song or something?
No, that's
it's
just the
handle
username.
of this person.
Oh, it's a
Nashville
username.
Pussies.
Nashville Pussies.
Nashville
Yeah.
pussies.
That's my YouTube username. Nashville Pussies.
Hard to
My
believe.
improv team.
No, you know that exists.
Good.
Hard to
For the
believe.
Nashville Pussies, can we get a suggestion of
Country music, thank you, sir.
Hard to believe that 2 years ago, after leaving him, I'd be living 1,600 miles away from that small town. You called me a loser for holding 3 jobs to save money while you bragged about your Ivy League college degree and being on TV. How do you like me now, Joshua? I made a big difference to several lives, and I sobered up while you're probably home drinking your Black Velvet and yelling at another victim. Now I'm doing my dream career as an animal cop.
Animal cop. That's all you need to know.
Alrighty then.
Good Lord.
Giving
Coming
turtle
to a
speeding
fucking
ticket.
TV near you. Animal cop.
That was the best ending.
A cab?
All animal.
All animal cops are bad. Our bastards.
Are
not
bad.
Are bad.
I don't even know what ACAB stands for. I'm a fucking fraud. Oh my god.
All animal cops are bad.
Smoky City 6 from 10 months ago. This just sounds terrifying. I was 6 years old, walking to the barbershop with my uncle, who was 21, and my brother, who was 10. A white dude stopped and said, "Hey, buddy, where are y'all headed? Need a ride?" We got in. He was heading to go fishing. LOL, I heard this shit in his car, and I listen to it all the time now. And then he ends, "Yeah, I'm black as shit."
Yeah, just to be clear.
just so you know.
That sounded like the beginning of a true crime thing.
That's what I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, that's
Got into his
horrifying.
car.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. We listened to Toby Keith right before my dad was murdered.
And then I lost.
I heard it in his car, and I was like, "This is my favorite song." You're like, "That's just the guy's
And then
car."
that car was, they were being kidnapped. They drove by that police officer, but the police officer didn't notice because of the flash. You know what I'm talking about?
Fucking, what's up, YouTube?
All right.
Connected the fucking. We solved the crime.
Yeah.
I got 2 more here. This one I'm going to withhold the username till the end as well. This is from 1 month ago. I'm currently a junior in high school, and safe to say, I'm not popular. I sit and eat lunch alone every day, and the one girl I've ever liked wants nothing to do with me, but I'm still dreaming of becoming a country singer-songwriter. After I graduate, this will be me.
That was Jason Aldean.
No, it was actually...
Yeah, it's a rags to riches story here.
No, actually, the name Carter 2.0.
Oh,
I'm not
the
making that
better
up.
version of you.
I
I
wasn't
literally
gonna
am
say
not-
anything.
I literally didn't make that
Carter
up.
just sat on that couch. He didn't have a dream. He just took it.
Sounds about right.
And
This
look,
guy
this is
fucking commented.
rags to riches.
What'd you do?
And that's why I was like, hey, when River told me there was a YouTube comment section part of the show, I was like, I think I can, I'll participate in that until this day. Where I
2.0.
could sit here on top.
And finally, Maxwell Speedwell from 2 years ago.
Sure.
So, V, how do you like me now? You cheated and then
Man.
dumped me. You said I would never fulfill my dreams and I would never amount to anything. You didn't believe in me. You went on to marry a French chef.
Well, she's winning.
Wow. She won, yeah.
Very
Well,
different guy.
Well, he said
Different type.
He says, "Whoops! I guess he was just the manager at Skipper's." Well, close enough, I guess. Ha ha ha!
Man,
I
just
went.
a text.
I went on to fulfill that dream, then another, then 2 more dreams.
I had sex 3 times.
And then I went to sleep. I dreamt another dream. It was a different sort of dream. It was about a fish. I had a head with a fish.
I dreamed.
But that was also a dream I did.
I dreamed that I played a game of basketball with Michael Jordan. And I woke up and I got on Tinder.
I beat Shaq.
I married a wonderful woman, and then mega real estate. Looking back, this
Yep.
is
Dollar signs.
this is the choicest sentence. After a giant paragraph of looking back, something I really don't do. It feels good to know you're impressed by money, all of which of mine you can never have. How's that French chef thing working out for you? Now, just wait till you see what happens to me in 2020. What do you think? I would be content with a single wide particle board stereo and jacked up Rustin Bronco outside in the dust. Not me, not Max.
French guy doing that?
I achieved a lot, but my greatest achievements are just ahead.
Yes.
For anyone who thinks my story is over, just watch me tomorrow. So tell me, V, how do you like me now in 2020?
His dreams are straight ahead in March 2020.
Right, he's dead. There's the only way is that man is dead now.
God damn.
I love it. And that is Toby Keith's.
Yeehaw, Nashville, baby.
Do you like me now?
How do you like it?
Our jam
God, I love Nashville.
of the week. Oh, I love
Hate
Nashville
LA.
pussies.
I think I hate LA.
Gotta go back.
I love Nashville.
I feel insane from that thing.
I
feel really horrible.
All right,
feel
so that is the program. Program note: adaptogens make everyone feel crazy.
They're not good. Don't buy it.
Oh boy. All right, Carly, where can people find you on the internet?
At Carly J. Garber. Yeah, come find me. Come say hi.
Yeah.
Let's mingle.
Let's make love.
Let's make.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, come say hi.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Seth, where can people find you?
My name is Seth Pomeroy at Twitter, Instagram, but also Letterboxd.
Hey.
I'm on there with movie shit all the time,
I
like
get
little reviews and making lists. So come watch my watching habits.
Hell yeah. Carter, where can people find you?
You can find me at Carter_Glasscock on Twitter and Instagram.
Underscore. Your name ain't that fucking cool. You had to get an underscore.
Well,
some other
there
Carter
is-
Glasscock.
There is a at Carter Glasscock, and it is an account that I made.
You let
And
die.
I
years
locked
ago.
myself out of it, and I
Go
did the
follow.
underscore.
I was
do
like, you
yourself
have
a
the most-
favor. Go follow that other
Yeah.
account.
You follow that
follow
first
that
one?
one. Yeah.
You follow that first one, I got your name, I got your fucking ass. All right,
That's
you
like,
know
go
the one to follow.
Go get your fucking,
Get your fucking shine box. There we go.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. And if you are listening to this, coming down south, doing some dates this weekend, I'm going to be in Waverly, Alabama, hosting the 21st annual Old 280 Boogie Music Festival. That is the most fun small town festival in the South, in the world. Goddamn, come see me there. April 26th, Coffee Cat, Auburn, Alabama, going to be chopping it up with Atlanta's finest, David Perdue, Nathan Owen, as well as Birmingham's finest, Christopher Davis, Narado Moore, Alice Watley, Lauren Lamphere. Going to be a great show there at Coffee Cat. That's a free show, starts at 8 p.m. April 30th, $10 comedy at ASW Whiskey Exchange in Atlanta, Georgia. That show starts at 7:30 and is obviously $10. OneUpComedy.com. That's the number OneUpComedy.com for tickets. May 5th, Historic Grants Lounge, original home of Southern Rock in Macon, Georgia, 8 p.m. Cinco de Mayo. May 6th, awesome comedy hour at Liquor Express in Huntsville. That's a free show, starts at 8 p.m. And finally, Joker's Abbey at Smoker's Abbey on May 7th with our friend Dr. Ben Sawyer, 604 Gallatin Ave, East Nashville, Tennessee. That show's free, starts at 10 p.m. There we go.
Hell yeah. Say hello to Nashville, goddammit. Say what's
Come
up.
see me on the road, y'all. I'd love to see you. You can follow the show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Every episode ever, plus tons of clips. YouTube.com/The Goods Pod. The best way to support the show, head over to Patreon.com/The Goods Pod. Second best way, head over to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Show that attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, we are going to drink adaptogens and drive a train into a boat. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.